Welcome. I'm Dolla50. This is a more elaborative an attempt to establish a consistent direction of principles to depend on. I have a challenging situation where my videos don't match, and the chemistry I compose for Paxlovid, Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson Johnson, Novavax to be in no less of a place than the urgency for it to be in the emergency room, with the urgency for it to be as accessible as Amazon would suggest. But that's kind of scattered around. So what I'm going to start this out with Germex. First, I'm going to start with Germex. Germex is going to help maintain the course of sanitization of the situation. It's going to maintain the direction of sanitizing the situation. Make sure it's a sanitized situation. The same way you would sanitize your hands usually anywhere else. Now, in this booklet, I'm going to start off with sight. This is number one. It's not today's date, but I'm going to start off. I'm going to update it. I'm going to put the right date. I'm not going to put the date on that card. I'm going to put the date here. I'm going to update it with my stamp. First, I'm going to update it with my stamp. Today is the 5th. I'm going to put the 5th here, put the 5th there, and then what I'm going to do is, it's 11:23. I'm going to put 11:23 in between. 11:23 p.m. It's 11:23 p.m. It's Saturday, 11:23 p.m. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this clear ruler and I'm going to create a precision. I'm going to make one line that way. I'm going to make another line that way. And the precision is going to be north, east, south, and west. That's going to be the precision. And that's going to represent sight, one of the 5 senses. Number one of the 5 senses. I'm going to stamp sight. I'm going to stamp sight. January 5th. I'm just stamping it with tomorrow's date because it's almost midnight. That's why I'm stamping the 5th. January 5th. So what I'm going to do is put the time, today's time, of 11:25. It's 11:25. 11:25 p.m. Okay, and this is going to be sight. This is going to be the direction. The principle is going to be in place. I'm going to put a dot here to represent direction. See, when I put the 5th, I updated it, but I updated with the notion that it was tomorrow already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it again with today's date. Today's date, and it's going to have 11:26. After I did what I did, 26 p.m. Now I'm going to go to 2 of the 5 senses. When you're doing something like this, you don't want to have the wrong date. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maintain that same course, that same position. I'm gonna date this with, I'm gonna change it back to the 4th. I'm gonna change it back to the 4th. I'm gonna have the 4th. Today is the 4th. It's not the 5th. Today is the 4th. And that was the wrong, no, I made a correction. That was the 4th. Now, it's 11:26 p.m. 26 p.m. All right? Now I'm going to use the precision of a ruler. Precision of a ruler, straight line. That way, and make a straight line that way. And I'm going to use the precision of north being N, E being east, S being south, and W being west. And then I'm going to come back here to number 2 of the 5 senses. Stamp it with today's date. Like so. I'm not going to change the date to the 5th and it not be the day's date. I'll make sure it's in the same place. 11:27. 11:27 p.m. And by the time I upload it, it's going to be tomorrow. But you know, that'll be the first page. The first page will have that difference of it being tomorrow and then not being tomorrow. But you know, you're saying it's tomorrow when you're talking about the 5 senses in the same place, and you know, you don't explain nothing like that. You just kind of have an audience that know, you know, what's going on. So now I'm going to stamp. This is number 3 of the 5 senses, taste. I'm going to stamp it again. Today's date. The time, 11:28. 11:28 p.m. Then I'm going to go to taste. I'm going to stamp taste with today's date. Today's date, today's time, 11:29 p.m. See, so you can see the taste, 11:29 p.m., January 4th, 2023. Put that back. And then 3 of the 5 of the 5 senses. Straight line. Straight line with the precision. And all this is on camera, so you know when it's accurate, like a ruler, you know, it's going to transfer the same way. It's not going to transfer any less than a ruler being a straight line. So when you got north, N being north, and E being east, and S being south, and W being west, I mean, you don't get no more accurate than the directions in the universe, and the directions in existence. So I'm going to go to 4 of the 5 senses. 4 is touch. I'm going to go to 4 of the 5 senses, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp 4 with the date. The time, 11:30 p.m. And when I started it, I put the 5th, so it's gonna click when tomorrow, you know, midnight show up. It's gonna all be in the same place, interlocked. It's crazy how it transfers. I never did that before, but you know, it's gonna happen the same way. It's gonna interlock. It's gonna start off with the 5th. Everything's gonna be in the same places now, and you know, it's just gonna be what it is. Today's date, 11:31 p.m. 11:31, touch, so you can see it clearly. Touch is number 4 of the 5 senses in the order that I have it composed in. And back to January 4th, 11:30 p.m., I'm going to put this straight line. When I put this straight line, it's going to be precise based on it being a ruler. A precise ruler, extreme. It's going to be precise as a ruler. Straight line that way with a ruler, not just my own hand. And north be equally precise, east be equally precise, south be equally precise, and west be equally precise. And once you have touch in the same place as today's date, you lock it in. It's all locked in the center. I'm centering it all. The 5 senses should be in no less of a place of the precision of 4 being touch. 4 being touch. So you have an idea. 4 being touch of the 5 senses. That's the order that I've composed. And 5 of the 5 senses, smell. That's going to be 5 of the 5 senses. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this next. I'm going to put the date on 5 of the 5 senses.